Tulsa came out pretty fired up. They did everything right in that first set, and we were a little bit behind stepwise. And so we just kind of talked about just focusing on one or two things in that second set, the start of the second set. And I think our kids settled down a little bit better. But, give Tulsa some credit. They came out and they were ready to go in our gym, and they kind of caught us off guard. But we settled down and we made the adjustments.
This is your second year in a row to win a postseason tournament. How big is that for the development of your program?
Well, we're in early stages for this tournament, and I'm glad they're giving us the opportunity to play. And I think this year we're just a little bit more prepared for it. And I think that's what playing in these kind of tournaments can do for a team, especially for a younger team like us, and for the older girls like Carly and Joe. It gives them another opportunity to maybe make a run at a tournament. And the longer we go, the more experience our younger kids get. And I think we handled it a little bit better this year as far as how we went about preparing for practices. And I think that's the key part, is just how we continue to get better in practices and had a couple more opportunities as well.
Does it show how you're progressing as a program to be here on a consistent basis to be in the postseason?
Yes, I mean, we would still, we would still like to make it to the NCAA tournament, but I know that it's been a progression for us, and the NIVC, I think, came along at a great time for developing our players and our program into how to compete in a tournament setting. And so we're grateful for it, and we're thankful for the NIVC that they've given us the opportunity and given our players the opportunity to play in a tournament like this.
Carly, y'all got off to a slow start in the first set, and then the next three sets just rattled them off. What was different? What did you see different on the floor from the first set to the next three?
I think we kind of just settled down. We kind of came out a little rattled. Nothing really went our way. It's not really I think our offense was a little slow, so once we got that settled in and started spreading the ball, I think we were a lot more efficient.
This is one of those teams that you guys have seen twice this year now. What was different from your perspective on the court? What was something that Tulsa did differently, and what was different about this game for you guys playing against them again?
I think we kind of knew what we were successful in last time we played them, and also what we struggled in. So I think our middle transition worked a lot, and every team that we've lost to before, we call it the revenge tour. So we come back and we win. So we just make small adjustments and go from there.
How easy does it make it for you as a setter when you got players like Jordan and Val who have been having such decent runs here recently?
I mean, when you have 5 players almost in double digits, it makes my job pretty easy. I just try to go on to who I can give the best ball to in that situation.
Coach, how does it set up for tomorrow? You play Wichita State again, a team you guys have gotten to know pretty well the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think we're going to get to know each other quite a bit in the next couple of years, because we play them next year as well. I think it's going to be a good battle. They had a really good match today against Central Arkansas, and they battled well. And I think, just having recently played each other, I think we're going to be pretty familiar with what we can do. This time of year, all the teams are their identity is what it is at this point of the year, and so you just try to make the small adjustments. And I know they're going to try and change some things based on what we did the last match last weekend, and so we just try to readjust to that.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the development of your young hitters in Bar, Val, and Rhett?
I think with the development always comes when you can have a setter that has the experience to deliver the ball at the right moments, and that's one of the things we talk about a lot. Just as put our hitters in a position where there's that one-on-one, but that there's progressions that have to happen, and we just didn't do that the first set. And I think those players have developed because Carly's done a good job finding them in the one-on-one situations, and also just trying to go through our reads and our progressions as far as who's open, and based on what she sees and what the blockers are doing, creating that other opportunity for the younger kids. But at the same time as well, I think throughout the whole year, even when we were going through that 10 out of 11 losses in the middle of the year, our kids were still getting better, and they were still on the bus going the direction that I wanted them to go to. And so they never gave up. They just kind of stayed the course, and that's what I've said quite a bit, is just keeping true to our culture that we've agreed on in the beginning of the year.